Alright, welcome back to the shop. Today's video is going to be sort of a hodgepodge of things. It's going to be, I'm going to be painting a hand truck, but I'm also going to, sort of briefly apologize and then touch on another tool that I have. I did a video just yesterday from, this is, who knows when you'll be watching this. But the video prior to this, I had used my Makita chainsaw to sort of dismember a top of a relatively large tree. And for branches up to 4 or 5 inches, this saw, the XCU06, I hate it when they use zeros, because I always have trouble figuring out whether that's an O or a 6, and for some reason I've been having that issue a lot lately. But anyway, this saw has got probably 4 or 5 batteries run through it since I've had it. So far, it's been great. When I bought this is my Makita brushless angle grinder. I have several angle grinders that are plug-in, but I've sort of gotten trapped in the Makita thing. I've been relatively happy. I've only had one product, one drill that I haven't liked so far. But anyway, this has got a couple hours on it, and it's been relatively. I've been happy to have it, and I'm going to use that today. And also, switching gears almost entirely, I want to thank 357 Magdad. He gave me some stickers and some pencils, and I went ahead and put he's got a 357 magnet. Magnets are a great idea. I really want to, it started with Matt over at the Super Wrench Garage. That was actually the first sticker I've got. That's on my beer fridge out back. Anyway, I need to put together my YouTuber board. But for now, I've just got the 357 magnet on the saw that Greg made me. Anyway, so that's very exciting. But Mrs. 357, more importantly, it's sewn me a pet gator mascot. When I lived in South Florida, I lived on a lake, and I had several alligators out back, several large alligators. I think over the years I put 1 or 2 videos up, and I just shied away from it. I had some video of it eating a turtle and a cat and things like that. But that kind of stuff, it's nature in action. But even then, people get upset about it. But I do miss my alligator, so Mrs. Magdad, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is very special to me. I do appreciate it. But, okay, so back to the tool stuff. I am going to use a flappy disc on this Makita, and we're going to clean up the hand truck. So let me get the camera set up, and we'll get some time lapse of that. Alright, I've got the camera sitting over here, the fan blowing on me, and then this is the before of the little hand truck. So, we'll see how this goes. Anyway, the rust that's in there is sort of hard to get with that angle grinder, so I'm going to try some chemical. This is Rid Rust. I use it to clean the rust stains off my driveway from the sprinklers. And I found that it works pretty good on metal. So I'm going to spray it down, and hopefully it'll get rid of some of the light surface rust. I knocked out the big chunks of rust with that angle grinder. That worked pretty good. But all the nooks and crannies, there's no way you're going to get in there without a lot of manual labor. I'm going to try to skip the manual labor part and do it chemically. Well, hopefully you can see that some of that rust is starting to disappear on there now. It's not nearly as prevalent as it was before. Alright, that's looking pretty good. We're going to hose it off now. Alright, so there it is. It is all done. It is not completely dry, but it's dry enough for YouTube purposes. I painted it white. I had a lot of suggestions. I was tossed down the idea of painting it green. A lot of people said Scout Crafter red, red, white, and blue. Lots of different suggestions. I had this almond white, maybe some red in the future. I think maybe next time I have a welding project, I'm going to take Greg's advice. Greg is the same guy that made me the Joe Shop sign back there, that really nice saw. He said he welded a couple links on and put a chain around the outside, and that is a great idea. A lot of times when you're by yourself or you got something that's ungainly, having a strap around, a regular ratchet strap would suffice, but something that was integral to the hand truck that was always there would be really nice. So I think next time I'm welding, I'll probably tack on a couple hooks. I think that'd be a great idea. And then, you know, I liked Russ's idea. I think it was Russ that said the red, white, and blue. Maybe if I put a chain on here, I'll put a red one, and then I'll have a red, white, and blue hand truck. But anyway, the driveway rust converter, I think it shortcuts the process a little bit. The wheels, if you didn't see the first part of the video, I don't know if you got to waste time going back to look at it, but all I did was buy these wheels, and then I had to drill and tap the end of the axle in order to get them to hold on, because this takes a 1 3/4 inch wheel and these are 2 inch wide wheels. So to compensate for that lack of axle without putting a new axle on, that was my fix, and I'm pretty confident that that'll be, you know, good from here on. If it's not, I will come back and revisit this. But that's it. I just wanted to get a little content up on the channel today. Maybe painting is a nice exercise for me. I don't like painting. However, while I'm trying to wait for it to dry, it gives me time to sort of sweep up the shop and tinker around with other stuff. Alright, so you can go ahead and stop watching here. I'm going to touch on the forklift real quick. Alright, so the forklift, I am sort of stuck on this. It runs great. It really starts up and runs fine. I had one of the hydraulic cylinders rebuilt. The other one started leaking. My problem now is that I can get fluid from the proportioning valve in the back to the orbital valve for the steering, but then I can't get any fluid to come out of the orbital valve when I turn the steering wheel. And I guess the help that I don't know anything about forklifts, obviously, but something that doesn't seem quite right to me is the steering wheel will turn infinitely. I can turn this 10,000 times this way. It doesn't have any effect on anything. It seems to be connected down there. It's not like this shaft is... Anyway, I don't know. I'm you know, grasping for anything. If anybody has any tips or tricks or anything, you know, let me know what... and I've watched quite a few videos on YouTube. I'm just sort of stuck. The guy that I bought it from didn't have any steering problems. The only thing that seems to have happened between the time that he parked it and the time that I bought it from him is it ran out of fluid completely. So I don't know if air in the system and orbital valves, or I don't know. But if anybody knows, you know, feel free to leave a comment on there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and one of these days I'll hopefully have a forklift video. Anyway, thanks, have a good weekend.